Yeah, so happy smiling afternoon to all of the smiling coders. So we're gonna start off today. This session is gonna be more of understanding us two things for all the smiling coders. So one is we're gonna make you understand. I'll tell you the agenda. So I'm not gonna
Mhm.
waste everyone's time here. So let's try to understand what I'm gonna do. This session is all about. So the session is gonna be a lengthy session where first I'll talk about how can we understand the Spring Boot memory management, and we will also help you to how can you write the system. How can you write when you are working with any kind of LLD or high level design code, or when you are doing any business logic implementation, what memory management concepts are we should be thorough about it. Then how to crack any kind of coding problems that you get in real world in Java specific things. Okay, and then we will also add you some set of, we'll also share you some set of set of information about how to crack the interviews, what is the kind of shortcuts and code sheets that you need to have. Those also will be provided end of this training. And
Mhm.
this session is all about we're going to do a kind of mentoring and placement assistance. If someone really wants to get into new opportunities, we are there to help them, mentor them, and place them in terms of understanding your skill gap and all. So, in this session, when you end of this session, outcome is that each one of you will have a better memory management and you can write a faster code in real time scenarios of production cases. Okay. So, I will also deep dive into some of the internal concepts, but some fundamentals maybe most of you are aware, but yeah, I will also have a lot of in-depth understandings for each one of you. Okay, I'll be ready to go with. If you have any kind of questions in between, you can ask here. But it will go from basic and then intermediate and then advanced. I see a lot of experienced audience here also, but you'll have a good takeaway. If you have any questions, please try to ping in the chat box, or you can raise a hand to ask your question if you have anything. Okay. And yes, we're going to start off with. So before we start off with, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of theory. I'm going to make you happy with writing a lot of code in Java. Okay. So, but before we start lot of coding here, so I'm going to mute people, please. So I think so before we write coding here, so every person here, are we aware of this heap memory, stack memory, how a method actually stores memory, and what is a how actually stack and heap and references are there? Everyone will say, yeah, we are very much confident and we know that. Okay, but let me give you an example for that first internals. So first I'll talk about memory internals. Okay, .java. So I'm going to talk about this memory internals for each one of us to understand these things. Now I will put it down this diagrammatically representation, and I'm going to go very in depth. I'm not going to go with a very basic level. I'm telling you, I'm going to start off with basic, but I'm going to go with a huge vague level of understanding. This will support you to crack your interview also. So please keep that in your mind. So first question is, we will have to write some set of code, and that we know, all of us know how to write a basic set of code, right? But let me write down, that is something we're going to write down now. Here is something I will start off writing here. So to start off writing, I'll specify some kind of class here. Okay. So the name of the class is something I've written as memory internals. So we all know we will write here public static void. Okay. So inside this, we will specify some arguments also, and that everybody is aware of it. We will write a string args. Now, all of you are most experienced developers. Let me ask yourself this question. Suppose inside this main static main method, inside this, if I create a new is a keyword, okay? Name of the class is memory internals, and I'll specify a round bracket. This line, will it create object or not? if it creates object, where will it create? Will it create an object? Where it is going to create object? Any smiling coder here? I think we have Gautam, we have Raghu, Sujay. Anyone? Yeah, you can use chat box also. It's going to allocate in heap. Okay. So any other answers? Others, we have Sujay, Varsha, Vimal, Parthiban, Anushri, Smith. So can you tell where this object is going to
Heap.
allocate? Heap. Okay. Everyone says heap. Okay. The next question that you will have to ask is, you said heap memory. Very good. But inside the heap memory, how much memory it's going to allocate? How much memory it's going to allocate? Now, Vivek, Anushri, Dheeraj, tell me how much memory it's going to allocate. Rahu, Shubham, Smith.
Only reference, I guess.
Now think of it. Now this is what the main internals reference in stack. Oh no, I didn't create a reference in the stack, but actually reference is in stack, but actually object in heap. Okay, good. I didn't create an object. Please use a naming standards for class. Okay, that is fine. I'll do that, guys. So now tell me what's the best way we can do? Yeah. So now in this case, how much memory is going to allocate? Now let me tell you, in this class, do you have any variables? Come
No.
on. So if there is no variable, how much memory will it allocate? It will allocate now 1 byte because there is no variable. If suppose in this class, if I have one variable int a, okay, and that variable I'll specify it as private. Okay, now how much memory will it allocate? How much memory will it allocate?
4.
Very good. It is going to allocate 4 bytes. Now the question is, when you create an object, so whether this a is going to get in heap or where? When you create an object, a will get memory where? Heap or stack? Or data segment or any? Where is a getting memory? A is getting memory where, guys? A, okay, someone of you seeing 16 bytes. Okay, not so, because you're seeing 16 bytes is generally, no, internals leave it. Internal object size will not worry now. We will see the actual inside a class what you have written. Okay. So how much memory, guys? So whether A is going to reside memory where? Let's see, Aman, if you answer this. Anushri.
I guess heap.
Sorry?
Heap.
8 bytes. Okay, you're considering integer 8 bytes and you're talking about. Okay. We can consider 4 bytes or integer 8 bytes. Okay, that depends upon weight. Now, question is, A is going to get 8 bytes, correct. But where is it going to allocate 8 bytes? This is little tricky, right? Come on. We have Dheeraj, Gautam, Parthiban, Sujay.
Heap only. Heap only.
Very good. Very good. This A is going to get memory in heap only. So I'm sure you would have never got this kind of entry questions, but this is a practical way of understanding it. Now I'll ask you one more question. I'll create a reference to this class. Okay, let me create the name of the class as capital letter, memory internals. So I'll create a reference, memory internals, and I'll write down as Venkat. So now where is reference getting allocated? Hello? Where is reference getting memory allocated? Anyone here?
Stack.
Stack. Okay. So stack, inside a stack memory, reference is getting memory allocated. That is, inside the stack memory, Venkat has got memory in the stack. Okay, that's just cool. So now there is a question. You have to answer me this, guys. So what will be the size of the reference here? What is the size of reference? Come on, smile.
One byte.
One
One
byte.
byte.
Oh, that's crazy. No, not at all. Think of it. Yeah, super. But you got good thinking. Yeah, what will be size of the reference? Any other person? Anushri, we have Dheeraj. Yeah, we have Vimal. Smith. Yeah, anyone? Raghu? Ahmad? Vimal, MR? Come on, anyone? In the chat box also you can type, guys. I'm fine with that. So how much byte is gonna get? Someone is saying, Vimal is saying 18 bytes. Okay, 8 bytes. Sorry, 8 bytes. So generally, listen carefully. The reference is Venkat. Okay, so Venkat is, oh, some of you say 4 bytes. Okay, so I'll tell you the reference is also okay. So this is crazy question, but never. I think 1 minute, someone is joining. Okay, so the reference in Java generally are object pointers. So generally the references are generally it is 32-bit JVM. If it is 32-bit JVM, it will generally get around 4 bytes. If it is 64-bit JVM, then it will get 8 bytes. Okay, so that is the general. They will be use 4 bytes instead of 8 bytes, depends upon these things. So that is how a reference will be there internally. So a reference is only 4 bytes or 8 bytes. They will just store the address. They'll store what? The address of this heap memory. Now, one more question to all of you, all the smiling coders. Okay, so now I have one more interesting question. When you are calling constructor, what are we passing? Are you passing the reference? When you call constructor, what is actually passed? The heap memory address is passed or constructor is passed? Let me see any intelligent coder here. When you call the constructor, are we passing the reference or heap? Heap memory.
Pass by value in Java.
Pass by value, not pass by value. Okay, my question I'll tell you. Suppose inside this class, I'll write a constructor public. Okay, memory internals. Okay, so why I'm telling you this basics to everyone is to crack the interview solidly. Okay, so this memory internals is a class name. So this is gonna call the constructor, right? When you write new memory internals, it's gonna call constructor. For this constructor, it is being passed the reference or it is being passed the memory address. What it is being passed? Okay, someone is saying reference. So any other person would say answer this question. If you answer this, you are the most intelligent Java developer. Okay, any other person? Parthiban, Rahu, Sarvesh, Shubha, Sujay, Vimal, Ashwin. Come on, anyone? Anushri. Okay, the answer is when you are calling constructor, you are not passing the reference, you are passing the address. Because new is allocating object and it is having address. That address is stored by reference. So constructors are internally passed addresses. What it's passing? It's passing address. This address is passed to the constructor. So who will take that address? Come on, who will take that address? Anyone tell me who will take this address? This will take that address. That this will point to this address of the memory you allocated. That this pointer will be storing the address of this heap memory. It is not reference. Reference when it is passed. If you are calling a normal method, see here. Suppose I will write a method called public get method, and inside this get method will return take void. Okay. Suppose if I'm calling this get method, for the get method to call, you will pass reference. Okay. So this is I'll write here Venkat dot get. So in this case, what am I passing? Guys, anyone tell me, am I passing address or the reference? Inside reference, Venkat is reference. Inside the reference, what is there? Venkat has address, that is passed. Venkat has what? Address. That address is passed to this here. There will be this pointer here. So this is the crazy understanding of the internals. Did you like this, guys? One thumbs up. Any questions here? If you really like this, if you have understood it, let me know. Or if you felt something interesting, yes. Or if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any questions